Good evening. I am placed once again in the position where I have to point out that an auditor, a gadfly, was wrongfully arrested. A group of auditors, including Patty Cakes and Nomad and GED Jack, were filming nothing. They were at Olmos Park filming nothing. There was nothing going on. Police came out and for some reason beelined in on Jack. Now, my working theory, not knowing why they targeted Jack, is that they were looking at the badge that Jack was wearing, his good citizen badge or whatever the hell it is, and his firearm, and they might have thought he was attempting to impersonate a police officer. I don't know. I don't really care. They didn't have cause to arrest him. They may have had cause to detain him. But anyway, so they do the full-on takedown. He's screaming in pain because my shoulder hurts. Oh, they're being so mean. And yeah, I mean, they could have done that a whole lot nicer. He was not resisting at all. I never saw him resist. But they're proving their point because they have the power and they're irritated by this gadfly. So they've got to slap it, You got to get your fly swatter out and swat that gadfly. So then they go to pick him up. And that's where things get stupid, because that's when you get to this right here. You can see that GED Jack is not supporting his own weight. The two officers are picking him up by his armpits. They're kind of behind him a little bit, or at least one of them is. And his feet are in front of him. So you can imagine that as he tries to comply with the officer's orders, it's not going to go so well. He's not limber. He's obviously not limber. He's obviously horribly out of shape. He's a fat piece of shit, to be perfectly blunt with you. But he's not supporting his own weight, and he is, for all intents and purposes, in pain. Whether or not you believe him, and I personally don't think he's in as great a pain as he is portraying here, but that's neither here nor there. He's in pain. And so they pull on him, and they're telling him to stand up, and Dum Dum McGee up here has his head placed squarely over the top and back of Jack's head. Now, Jack can't see him there. Jack has no reason to know that dumb fuck has his head placed right there. There's no reason why a reasonable person would suspect that dumb fuck has his head directly behind Jack's fat, bald noggin. Absolutely no reason to suspect that. So if you look, intentionally, no. Knowingly, no. Recklessly, no. Just to remind you, intentionally means that someone had to intend to do the thing. Jack did not intend to do the thing. He couldn't have intended to do the thing. He didn't know where the dude's head was. Knowingly, that means that you know that if you do the action, that it is likely to result in the thing. Again, Jack didn't know where the guy's head was. He couldn't knowingly do it. It is not knowingly. Recklessly means you should have known that if you did something, it would result in the thing. That's like saying Jack should have known that by attempting to stand up, he would headbutt the officer. That would be recklessly. It didn't work. He should not know that because, once again, to remind everybody in the audience, the officer's head is completely behind Jack's head. There is no way for Jack to see that or know where the officer's head is. So, even if he did cause bodily injury to him, wouldn't apply. Now, there is another factor that we have to look into here. These two officers, and I use that term in lieu of calling them fuckheads, are in control of Jack. Both legally and physically. They are lifting him up. They are telling him to stand up. They are giving him an order, and they are using force to make him comply with that order. And so when Jack complies as best he can with the order, the headbutt is the result. It is akin to an officer taking your hand, grasping you by the wrist ever so gently, and slapping themselves in the face with your hand, and then arresting you for assault. It is ludicrous. And I sincerely doubt, and I would hope that whatever prosecutor is going to be involved in this is going to decline to prosecute. Because a simple viewing of this makes it very clear that Jack, despite being an irritating asshole, i.e. a gadfly, did not intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly cause bodily injury to the cop. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.